Hello, everybody, YouTube, and welcome to my Stalker Call of Pripyat review. This review will go over some new changes in Stalker Call of Pripyat and things that you should look out for when the game comes out in English. Well, complete English, that is. Right now, I do know of a couple people who are working on English mods to allow people to play English in the Russian version. You'll just change around the text a bit. Right now, I'm using a primitive version of that, along with my standard Windows XP translator. I have the Russian language pack installed on my computer, so it does that for me. Rent the little lights before, if you remember in the previous ones, pretty much same selection: static, object-based, full dynamic, and chance full dynamic. Same minimum, low, medium, high, maximum graphic setting. But when you go into advanced, you see a lot more settings. And of what I understand, Stalker Call of Pripyat will be one of the first games to have DX11 supports. And you have some SSAO, no idea what that is. Volumetric lighting, dynamic wet surfaces, blah 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 blah. I'm going to be playing pretty low graphics, medium. I usually play on higher maximum. I'll tell you my system specs in the description, but Fraps doesn't like my computer. Sound settings, we have basic stuff. Game, a lot more options like enable HUD, difficulty, display NPC names, toggle, display weapons, blah 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 blah. You have your standard old control options, mouse sensitivity, all that bullshit. Alright, so now I'm going to load up my game. Alright, so one of the major differences between the other Stalkers and this Stalker game is that there are now safe zones. They are marked on your map. Well, some of them are generally safe, but this is the safe zone. You cannot have any weapons out whatsoever. And in this area there is multiple people, similar to faction bases from Clear Sky. So there's a couple people. We have our little drink vendor and such. He also needs artifacts. You can sell him artifacts for lots of money. You can buy and sell food related items. Later on in the game he sells artifacts to you for pretty good prices. Coming upstairs, we'll have a medical advisor for part of the game. We have our trader, who gives you jobs. He's the guy who takes all your shit once you've done it. One thing that's new in this game also is that if a weapon is damaged beyond a certain extent, or armor or anything like that, you cannot sell it to the trader. It has to be in good condition. Otherwise, the trader won't take it. Trader says fuck off. There's our engineers here, and new system. Now you have to see. This is tier 1. This is tier 2, and then tier 3. Each tier requires a new set of tools. So, for example, I needed some tools for rough work to get these done. I found them, and now I can get some of the tier 1 done. Now I need some fine work, tools for fine work. I need to get this done, and then I can get my tier 2. And then precise calibration for tier 3. It kind of adds on, instead of the flash drive, it's the tools. Tools are way better if you ask me. And now in this Stalker, you can also order different items, like hidden items, or items that you cannot get normally. You can talk to a guy up here, and like pistols, weapon close combats, body armor, exoskeletons, etc., etc., etc. It takes like a day or two, and it costs a lot of money, but it's worth it for the most part. It's completely random, and yeah. So I'm gonna go hunting a mutant. It's a new mutant. It was not in the previous Stalkers, because I've never seen one. It's called the Chimera, and if you ask me, this is the hardest mutant you will fight. In your PDA, it will have certain different mutants, like most powerful mutant that you have killed. This is the most powerful mutant that I have killed. So in this Stalker, you can have 2 weapons on your quick buttons, 2 and 3. And also, if you look on the bottom left hand of the screen, you'll see that now there's like little quick keys, F1, F2, F3, F4. You can also bind them. I binded mine to my mouse keys for the med items, and then I have my anti-radiation and such. So most of the weapons from the original Stalkers are still here. Like we have our SG550, our Vintar BC. It's changed though. The name is changed. We have our TRS301. Name is changed also. My Desert Eagle. It's basically your full array of guns. Uh, as you progress in the game, you can get better and better guns. But actually, I have to tell you, I found my TRS-301 pretty early in game. This is the first map that you are on. It's really big. Like, when I say really big, I mean really big. So here, I'm going to show you a bit of the combat system against some mutants. This guy's a bitch. Okay, pretty easy fight. Before I've had some pretty hard fighting with him because this guy will jump around. If you don't have night vision or if it's really dark, this is like dusk, so it's brighter. Then it's really hard to fight him. So I've completed a mission, and now the game is really nice in the way that it will port you around. Like I've been just ported back to the safe zone. Here I'm going to show you the new PDA. PDA is really simple. This is your GPS. This right here is Area 1. There's a whole bunch of stuff to do, and then you can progress on to Area 2. And then there's some more stuff to do, and then Area 3. Area 3 by far has the least stuff to do in it. It's the final area. The end game ends there, but if you spend a good amount of time, like if you really want to get some good weapons, you'll be going back and forth between these two areas, going all around, getting artifacts, all of that. There's certain areas on the map that will be like anomalies, boiler anomaly, circus anomaly, pine oak anomaly, claw anomaly. And then there's our little BIS circle over here. I'll show you that. The original PDA had some different stuff. Here are our statistics. Blah, blah, blah. So it tells you time and zone, blowout, survives, just some random stuff that you want to know. Your favorite gun, most powerful mutant killed, the dwarf. This is a new one. It throws physic props at you, etc. There's also some achievements. Achievements are good. You want achievements. I'll show you all of the achievements I've gotten so far. I'm sure there's a couple more. But if you do them, then you get better. I'm not going to say better stuff, but it gives you benefits in-game.